So this is my current makeup bag. I have so many favorites in here, products that I've used for a very long time, but I also have some newer products that I really need to test out, take more notes on. For today's video, I'm going to walk you through these items, but I'm also going to be applying, and I have already applied a bunch of them on my face. I hope that you guys find that really helpful as well. You might be wondering why I'm not in my studio. The people across the street from me are doing some construction, having fridges delivered, and it was just getting a little noisy and I was getting a little annoyed. So I thought, all right, let's go old school. We're gonna hang out in my kitchen and do some makeup. So I hope that you guys do enjoy it. And if you do, definitely make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe as well, and let's get on into it. But here it is. Here is my makeup bag. Violet Grey actually sent this one to me. It's their small makeup bag. It's basically just like black patent leather, and I absolutely love it. I love that the mouth of the bag is extra wide, and I can unzip it all the way down on both sides, and then I can actually see everything that I have in my bag. It ends up kind of like laying everything out. That's one reason why I barely even carry a purse, is I hate that feeling of not being able to find exactly what I'm looking for. So I like that this one is extra wide, and here we have everything in my bag. So for complexion products, I have a few different items in here. The first item I have is the Maybelline 4-in-1 Perfector Glow Makeup. I recently did a Save or Splurge episode, and I will leave it linked down below in case you guys are interested. I compared this to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter, but I've really been liking this to kind of add a glow all over my face. I do have a bit of residual self-tanner going on, so shade matching is a little bit weird for me right now. In here, I also have the MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body Foundation. This is the shade N0, and I really like this one because it matches my neck really nicely. So I think today I want to go in with this, and I also like that it's really easy to just apply with fingers, and that's how I prefer to apply it actually. So I just take some onto my fingers and I just start rubbing my fingers together. And basically what's going to eventually happen is you'll start to feel it kind of go a little bit tacky, and that's when I will apply it. I learned this trick from Daisy Cash. I used to really not like this, but I hadn't been applying it this way. And I find that you get more coverage and it just blends better on my skin when I do it this way. So again, we've been talking and now it's finally starting to go tacky. So then I will go and blend it all over the skin just with my fingers, and then I'll go in with a sponge right after. It looks really skin-like as well, and just blend out any of those edges where I see that the makeup isn't quite blended. But really, like, this is such an easy, effortless product. The more and more I use makeup, the more I realize that I love products that want to work with you, that want to blend really easily. And the products that take an extra step or an extra 2 steps to make them work for you, I'm less and less likely to recommend those products. I definitely love having like a relaxing time and playing with makeup, but when I need my makeup on, I need it on, and I don't have time to wait for products that don't want to work with me. This product is very, very consistent. So this is also the AOA Paw Sponge, if you guys were wondering. That is also in my bag. And as for concealer, the concealer that I've been using is my tried and true Maybelline Fit Me. And what I'm going to do is just add a little bit into this inner corner. I have quite deep set eyes, so this little area is actually where I get the most darkness. And I will also take some concealer over here as well, just to kind of highlight that area a bit. In reality though, this isn't really a great highlighting color, but however, it does have a little bit of a peachiness to it. So I'm finding that those kind of shades have been doing really well for me. And then just blending everything in. And there we go, just a really nice glowy base. I've been feeling like my skin is a little bit like sallow recently, so I've been trying to kind of give off a little bit more of a natural glow. So I've been testing out a lot of different cream bronzers because I am actually doing a 1 week of cream bronzer here on my channel. If you're not familiar, this was a series I did back a couple of years ago. I did a 1 week of cream eyeshadow as well as cream blush, and I put out a different cream blush or cream eyeshadow review every day for 7 days. I absolutely loved doing that series, and I wondered if you guys would be interested in me bringing it back, and you guys were. So the next step for me naturally was to go to cream bronzers. I just feel like it's summer, there are so many brands coming out with so many different formulas, and I wanted to be able to find the absolute best of the best. I'll have the premiere date listed down below, but you can see in here I have quite a few bronzers. The first one I have is this one from ColourPop. It is the Soul Body Cream Bronzer. A lot of you guys have been interested in me trying this out, so this is in here so that I keep giving it a go. I also have this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It is their new cream bronzer, and this is the shade Sunkissed. I actually really like that shade for me. Also have the M Cosmetics So Soft cream bronzer that has just come out. This is the shade Summer. But I think today I want to try out the Soul Body one. I need to start testing this one out more. So here it is. This is the shade Light, and I'm just going to dip my sponge right into it and just start bronzing up the cheeks. It smells like a tropical paradise. Just bronzing up the perimeters of the face, and it just gives you a really nice creamy looking bronze glow. So I am very excited to reveal my full thoughts on that. Must venture on into the makeup bag. I also have another bronzer, which is the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Bronzer, and this is in the shade Light. This is actually a powder bronzer, and let me tell you something. You guys can probably tell by the conversation we've been having, but I really prefer creams. So the fact that this powder bronzer has been one of my most used bronzers since I tried it, I think says a lot. It's so finely milled and very thin and beautiful. It gives nice shape and it doesn't look unnatural. So this is 100% one of my favorite recent products, and the tool that is in here to use it with is the Airbrush Stipple brush from e.l.f., which is one of my favorite brushes, period. But what is the cream blush that we have in here? So I actually have been using and trying out the Undone Beauty Cheek Palette in 340 Rosewood, but so far so good with this. I actually really love the color and the formula, especially if you're like me, if you like that really pretty kind of sun-kissed look. I have really been enjoying it. So you can see I'm just using my fingers to kind of tap it in. I'll go in with my sponge and just press that back in. And it blends really well. I find that it just offers a really seamless look, but it also has enough pigment and pop, because I feel like there are some brands coming out with these really sheer blushes that when I put them on, I'm like, where's the color? I want that vibrancy, and this for me gives it to me. I'm going to put a little bit onto the bridge of my nose, and that was actually more. Then I'll add a little bit more. So my friend did my nails earlier this week. This is a color changing gel. I almost never have my nails done, so I was like really excited that it was color changing. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so fun. Let me show you the color that it changes when I put it under cold water. Look, isn't that cool? Can see, I mean, is this cool for anyone else but me? I'm going to use some brow gel now. The brow gel that I have in here is the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer. So I really like this one. It is a product that Maybelline discontinued. You can, however, still find it on Amazon, which is where I purchase it from. I just really like the way it looks in my brows. It looks really natural. And I'm not really doing any filling in. I'm just going to use a little bit of this to add a touch of color. It just adds some fluffiness, which is what I am looking for. You can see it's subtle, but I think it makes a pretty big difference. You know, some brow products kind of look heavy in the brows, like you can kind of see the pomade and it looks sticky. This one is not like that. It doesn't look really apparent in the eyebrows. If you look, you know, up close, it doesn't look really heavy within them. All right, and next up we have some beautiful eye products. So I think you guys know me and cream shadow, like peanut butter and jelly, and I have a few in here that I've been using a bit. I'm not really testing out any new cream eyeshadows at the moment because I just got done my best and worst affordable cream eyeshadow video that has taken months and months and months of testing, pretty much an entire year. So for now, I'm just going to use some of my favorites that I've found. I'll leave that video linked down below in case you're looking for some really awesome cream eyeshadow options. But I have 3 here. Number 1, I have the Ulta Matte Cream Shadow in Game Over. I've talked about this at length, but this is my favorite matte cream shadow to make any of my looks last much longer, and it'll just add a very soft definition to my crease. So I'm going to use a little bit of this right now. And when I tell you this is what I do, like this is really what I do. You don't have to be good at cream shadow for this to look good and to work and blend. So it's really a foolproof kind of product. So I just put that right into the crease. You see how that blends effortlessly? And I just put that all over. It's just one of those staple products that I always go back to. For the lids themselves, I have a couple of different options. So I have the Ulta Bouncy Cream Shadow in Maple Pecan, and this has just been such a standby favorite for me. I absolutely love the color. I think it's really, really flattering. I also have ColourPop Ritz, which I recently talked about in my Savor Splurge video. And this just gives you such a glossy, wet effect to your eyes. So what do I choose? I think I'm gonna use both, because why not? So I'm going to just take my finger right into Maple Pecan. And this is how easy it is. I just apply it all over. Just has such a pretty soft shine. It's really great for just an everyday makeup bag because it goes with pretty much any look. It gives you nice definition. It looks really creamy and pretty on the eyes, but it's not overwhelming. It's not too dark. Then I'm just gonna take a little bit of Ritz right into the middle of my eye to just kind of add a little bit of that wet sparkle. And then I'll just add that right there. I'll take it a little bit into this area too, why not? Just adds a little bit of that light reflection. So pretty. And then the next eye item that I have in here, oh, did I mention this? This is the Rare Beauty eyeshadow blending brush, and this is definitely like a throw it in the bag, such an easy to work with shadow brush. What I particularly like using this with is not only cream eyeshadows, but liners. So this is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Whiskey. This is one of my favorite liners to just smoke out a look a little bit, just add a little bit of definition. So let's do that, shall we? I just kind of take it and draw it on over here. I am not precise with this because we are smoking it and blending it out anyway, so it doesn't need to be perfect. Take the brush. This brush is awesome because it has a nice angle to it. So I just take it and I kind of look at the end of my brow, and I take the brush from the bottom of the lash line and just kind of blend it up and back over, almost as if I was doing like a cat eye. And I'll do the same thing over here. This brush makes it pretty easy to do this too. And what is next in the makeup bag? It's looking a little sparse in there. We have some lash products. So I have my Kevyn Aucoin eyelash curler, really a staple product for me. And I also have my Ulta Beauty Twisted Volume Mascara. So this mascara is a product I've talked about quite a lot. It has this dial on the end that twists the wand of the product. And what's awesome about it is that you basically get multiple different lash looks within one mascara tube, which is why I love this, especially for a makeup bag, because I can get multiple mascara looks without packing multiple mascaras. So I usually end up at like 3. It has 4 different settings. 3 is like a nice fluffy lash look. By the way, never apply mascara and curl your lashes after. You always want to curl your lashes before. And I'm gonna kind of concentrate it out on the outer corners because I kind of want to elongate my eyes. The more mascara that you apply towards the inner portion of your eyes, the more round your eyes are going to look. So it just depends on what look you are going for. Okay, so those are the eyes all done. We still have a couple more products in here, and they are both for the lips. So this is a product that I have really been loving just for lip care. It is the Too Faced Hangover X Pillow Balm Lip Treatment. I really, really like this for keeping my lips hydrated. It really reminds me of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. Really nice and moisturizing. And then I also have this Rouge Coco lipstick from Chanel in Mademoiselle. This is like one of my favorite lipsticks ever. It's just a nice staple product. So I've already applied that lip balm, which is fine. It'll just give this a little bit more glide. Look at that color. I find that the Chanel hydrating lipsticks just have the right amount of pigment and the right amount of slip. They feel balmy, but not too balmy or too slippy or oily. They have a good amount of pigment. It's not like really, really rich pigment, but it's not like there's no pigment at all. All right, everyone, so this is the completed look using all of the items in my current makeup bag. I hope that you guys enjoyed traveling through my makeup bag with me. And remember that if you are excited about 1 week of cream bronzers, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and make sure that you're subscribed and you have your notifications on so that way you can see the videos. I'm really, really excited. I hope that you guys are too. And with all of that, I will see you all in my next one.